Welcome to Picks, Parlays, Pints, brought to you by Utopia at 12th and Lind, and also by Heck Gaming. Shane is on sports assignment, so look who I have.
Yay, sports!
I have sports expert Ashley Conrad.
Yours truly here to learn something, I hope, because honestly, I have no idea what the hell we're going to talk about.
I'm going to teach you how to gamble responsibly.
Oh, okay.
I know you're not normally a responsible person.
Well, normally no.
I'm going to, this is one thing you need to do responsibly. We always say bet with our head,
yes,
not our heart.
Okay.
And we always say if you have a problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Okay.
So I am what I call a nickel dimer, $5 and $10 bets.
Yeah.
I don't do big bets. I don't like big bets. I cannot lie. So I like them.
I like big bets, and I cannot.
I would like them,
you gotta
but
be responsible.
Yes. So I'm going to get you signed up here at some point for one of the apps. I generally use DraftKings. You can use FanDuel.
I'm already signed up.
360. You're already signed up. Look at you go. But see, had you waited, I could have signed you up and I could have gotten a bonus. And I could have gotten some free gambling. Of course, you've already had a friend do this for you, haven't you?
No, I did this on my own like a couple years ago when I started watching football because I was like, something has to make this more interesting for me. So, betting it was.
And you stopped?
No, I still bet. But I'm a nickel and dimer on DraftKings as well because I think that I don't know enough about it. So, when we're saying picks, parlays, and pints, I don't know what a parlay is. And I see it on there all the time, but I don't feel comfortable enough to bet it because I don't know what it is.
I'm going to show you a parlay that I have already placed. And normally parlays are not the most... you get the most bang for your buck, but they're harder to hit. Generally, just a basic bet. Hey, like tonight's game, the Thursday night game, Rams-Niners. I have what is called a 5-leg parlay.
Yes.
Actually, a 6-leg parlay on it.
Can I impress you real quick?
Yeah.
Not too long ago, I won a 4-leg parlay, picking legs, obviously, that I don't know what they are. But you know at the top where they have 3,000 people have placed this bet? Yeah. I was like, ooh, look, 6,000 people have placed this bet. Don't mind if I do. And I won.
Good.
Yeah.
I did one of those once and won like a couple $100.
Yeah.
Like, sure, but normally I just make my own. And for the one on the Rams-Niners game that's on Amazon Prime on Thursday nights, if you're watching any football, you notice they kick a lot of field goals.
Yes.
So I picked each kicker to hit a field goal. And then I hit this wide receiver for the Rams, whose name is Puka Nacua.
I love that name.
He to get 70 yards. The Rams to win on the money line. Christian McCaffrey, who's on my fantasy team, to get receiving yards of 25 yards, and the over for the game is at 45.5. So that means the two teams combined will score more than 45.5.
Okay.
And that $10 wager will get me $40.
That's pretty all right in my book. Now, what is the likelihood that you're going to hit that? Because it does have odds on there. So
it's a plus 305.
Okay, so plus 305 means what? Because when I'm looking at those numbers...
It's longer odds.
Okay.
So the higher the pluses or the longer odds, the tougher it's going to hit, and you get the bigger payoff.
Yeah.
Like a minus 500, you should win that bet, but you're not going to make much money.
Right.
So, but what I did this was because it allowed me to get a bonus bet for the Sunday games that will allow me to place another bet with just a little $5.
And you have to be on the lookout for those, but when you get into the app, it often tells you what bonus bets are available.
Yes.
I've learned that too. See, look at me. I know more than I thought I would.
You're doing great.
Yeah, thanks.
Now, normally, Shane and I will break down the local schools and stuff. We're not going to do that this week. Plus, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, you cannot bet, when you are betting in Illinois, you can't bet on Illinois colleges.
Yeah. Didn't somebody get in trouble for that recently? Or Iowa or something?
Well, they did, but that really wasn't what this is. But this is why this rule is supposedly in place. But now, Missouri, next month, Missouri will be instituting gambling.
I saw that.
So you can just go over to West Quincy and bet on the Illini if you want.
There you go.
So the Missouri Tigers aren't playing this week. They're on a bye, so I can't bet on them. So we are just going to talk about pro games.
Okay.
Now, we talked about the Niners-Rams. I said I like the Rams.
Yeah.
We are going to now go to your favorite team and your favorite coach, the Lions.
Yes.
Dan Campbell.
Yes.
He's a manly man.
He is a manly man who's not afraid to cry a little bit.
And they are favored by 10.5 points over the Bengals.
Ooh. Okay.
It's a lot of points.
That is a lot of points.
But the Bengals suck.
Every dog has its day.
And you know what?
Every tiger
you know
has
why
its
the
day.
Bengals suck?
No.
Their quarterback Joe Burrow is hurt.
Oh, okay.
So that's why they are picked.
So that's the other thing you have to keep a lookout is
the injuries. And
injuries
yes.
and who's not.
Yes.
Who's not playing.
I like the bet though because the Bengals are bad. So I'll take that 10.5 for the Lions to cover.
Okay.
I think they're going to win by more than 10.5.
Now, do you ever do who's going to get a touchdown?
I do those, okay. Yes. I said do.
Do. I always get those wrong because I always go for the favored, the guys who normally do the running and the scoring. And generally, so far, I've been betting for about a year, again, nickel and diming, but I never have ever gotten who's going to get a touchdown.
I hit those every once in a while.
Do you? They're tough.
Usually a really safe bet is for Jalen Hurts of the Eagles because of the tush push.
Yes.
You know what the tush push is, right? Do. You've been tush pushing since what, 1999 or something?
A little bit later than that, but yeah.
So anyway, the Eagles are favored by a touchdown over the Giants. The Giants did show a little spunk last week, beat the Chargers. Eagles have to go to the Giants. I like the Giants here to keep it close.
Okay.
So that's going to be a bit of an upset. And if you really got frisky, the Giants are plus 310.
Right.
So that'd be a lot.
Yeah.
So, my Cowboys, who had a tie last Sunday night, that was very exciting. A lot of points. They tied 40-40.
How are the Cowboys doing?
They have won one game. They've lost 2 games, and they've tied 1.
Okay.
So they are like, if you want to know what mediocre is, that's the Cowboys.
How likely is it to tie in a football game that just...
Not very.
I was going to say.
If that's now...
If you would have bet on that...
Oh, if you bet on them, bet on a tie, it's big money.
Yes.
But, it's
not likely.
You get like 1, maybe 2 ties a year. Yeah. So, and you can't if you say, I'm going to bet on every tie. Yeah, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So, let's see what other games we like. There are a lot of Raider fans around here. The Colts are favored by 7.
Okay.
I like the Colts to cover. If anybody, I know some of my Raider fan friends who live around here are going to that game. But I would pick the Colts to win that by 7. Cowboys, I think the Cowboys can beat the Jets. The Jets are pretty bad. Cowboys aren't great, but the Jets are pretty bad, and it's going to be a lot of points. 47.5 points.
That's my brother-in-law's favorite team, so I can't talk smack.
Jets?
Yeah. He's a true blue fan, man. He's never defaulted.
How old is he, roughly?
He's a couple years older than me.
Okay, so it's not a Joe Namath thing. He's not as old as me.
No.
Where he's like, oh, Joe Namath. I like the Jets because of that.
No, I don't know why he's liked them, but he has always favored them, and they just have never pulled through for him. So I'm going to pull for them.
Okay.
The underdog.
You think the Jets? Okay.
I'm going for the underdog.
All right, and you get the 120. You get the plus 120. So if you bet them outright, that's your best juice right there. So, we did our Lions already. Let's just wrap this up with the Chiefs and the Jaguars.
Okay. Because
everybody loves the Chiefs. The Bears are off this week as well. The Kansas City Chiefs are favored by 3.5 over the Jaguars. Now, there used to be this thing last year where the Chiefs never covered. You know what covered means, right?
No.
Pick them by 6, so they win by 6.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Chiefs never cover. But they've been covering this year. So I think the Chiefs are going to cover that.
Okay.
46.5 points. That seems pretty easy for this game. I think so. The Jags are showing a little bit of spunk.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would pick the Chiefs to cover that.
Okay. I'm going to go Jaguars.
Okay. You're just being contrary.
Listen, well, it's not really contrary, but that's how I always am. So, everybody's going this way because they're always the favored team. I like to go underdog.
So you zig when they zag.
Yes, 100%. I'm a zagger.
You're
I got spunk.
Zagger, zigger, whatever. All right. So anyway, that's a quick look at the pro games. Now, you don't do fantasy football, right? Mm-hmm. Brittany does, but you don't. So
no,
you don't want to get a Muddy River Fantasy League sometime.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but I'm learning all of this, and I think honestly, now I'm not saying that you should go to DraftKings and start to learn that way, but that's how I got enthusiastic about it and really started watching the game and learning things. And then my husband enjoys teaching me things that I didn't know. You teach me things that I don't really know. And I think it's always good to learn. It's never a bad thing to expand your knowledge base on anything. And I think sports is something that it's never going away. And when you're betting responsibly, you can make a little bit of money here and there, especially if you know what you're doing, which I don't. Sometimes luck comes into play.
And I have good weeks and bad weeks.
Yeah.
Like I said, 2 weeks ago I had a horrible week. Last weekend I cleaned up in fantasy football, so it was a really good week. So I'm due for another turd of a weekend this weekend. So which is fine, because it's all about the fun.
Sure.
And again, when you're just putting $5-10, it's not like, oh, that's the mortgage or nothing like that.
Yeah, and I do have to give a shout out to the original football my original football instructor. He's not my coach, although he is the coach. He taught me what I knew about football prior to DraftKings and really getting engaged, and that is Coach T.
The owner of this fine establishment.
Yeah, Barn. Bill Trellisner, he is a previous football coach, but football is in his blood, so he'll teach you anything you need to know. He always takes us to a game or two at QU, so I'm really looking forward to that. But
well, yeah, and normally he'll be here. Like when we do these, sometimes we have a little pregame where it's like we talk about the bets and stuff like that. He couldn't make it today, but that's okay.
He knows his stuff, and he makes it fun.
Yeah,
and we love what he has here at Utopia. If you haven't been here, come check it out. As you can see behind us, Heck Gaming, they have all the cool games, all the newest games, great beer, cold beer. Great drinks.
Great spot for parties.
Great spot for parties.
By the way, yes, you and Brittany need to get the Muddy River Christmas party lined out
We can do it.
So get that done soon.
It's a perfect place for it.
Yeah, so we'll do that sometime. We need to get that handled. So.
Excellent.
Well, all right. Thank you. I think you did very well.
Did I for my first
go
around?
Plus, you just disagreed with me, which is always fun.
Always.
See, Shane likes to suck up and just agree with all my bets.
Well,
so,
he may know a little bit more than I do. Again, I like to go for the underdog, and that's just, I am contrary. So there we go.
All right. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, my pleasure.
All right. And thanks to our friends at Utopia and our friends at Heck Gaming for this edition of Picks, Parlays, and Pints. And we'll talk to you next week.
Cheers.